Hello and welcome to the next episode. I've noticed that my voice is very quiet in a lot of this, so I've decided to move my mic a little bit closer. Hopefully this works and it isn't too irritating. Also, I've noticed that when I try to mute my mic, it makes a certain sound, which is not desirable. So that does mean you'll have to hear me clear my throat every now and then. So, main objectives. I suppose craft the book I need. Oh, that could have been bad. I should explain this, yeah? This is a Myrmex den. They're bug mobs that are strong, will poison you, and gather in large groups. Whole lot of greatness, huh? They come in both desert and jungle varieties. So there's that. We got the jungle variety because of where we are. And there is our next book. Put away this old one for now. Again, I'll let you read this over. This is what we're trying to get now. It's a simple thing, but it's a necessary thing. Also, I think I'm going with a fuel gauge rather than this heater thing, because the fuel gauge lets you actually use lava, which is very abundant here. And as long as I keep what I have, that one lava bucket at least, I can infinitely produce it, whereas with coal and charcoal, I'd be better off using that for lighting or food. And of course, again, I already pretty much know this stuff. I've been through this mod a few times before. But I will be letting you guys read through the book. That would be something that I would like to, or at least something like that, just like a big old public forge for a bunch of people to just melt all their stuff, you know? Put something in a chest, it'll go in there, go to the lower level, and you'll pick up, pull a lever or something, it'll cast it into whatever. That might be something cool for next time. Or, I guess this time, because this would be a good place for it. Then again, the neutral zone is probably the best place for it. Because they're meant to be, well, neutral. And yeah, as opposed to buckets, there are the smaller buckets. And these are much smaller, but you do get 3 of them. So I guess each one, oh, makes sense. Each one holds an ingot, and each one is an ingot. Hollow one out, second one out, third one out. There you go. And then, of course, there's the casts. And no, I'm not talking about acting. These, I think I'm going to use the gold for. Because sand casts aren't really the best. They're disposable. Yeah, for this, you lose the part for the gold casts. But it's just better because now you just have a permanent cast. You don't have to... You just have that. Yeah, it's explaining it here. And then there's this kind of cast, which is different. This is just changing a part. In one case, from wood to slime wood, in another case from wood to noddle. And I am gonna skip around because actually, how do I even find you? Because this would be interesting. I just have never found one playing this mod before. The Venom Bone. Necrotic Bone, by the way, is in the Nether. Just so you know. Take 2 guesses as to what would drop this sort of thing. Oh, that spoiled it. Now, there's the silver we've been gathering. Doesn't have a lot of durability, but this is not a bad thing to have on a weapon. And this scorched stone is actually easy enough to get. I already have the ability to get 7 of it, but I'd like much, much, much more. And there's some extra armors here. Leather, glass panes, copper. It's all copper and leather based. This, though, could be interesting. I might be able to use it, I might not. That's why I say it's interesting. And of course all the plate stuff is just this, which you can get from casting or tool building. Technically you can make this out of stone now. And a mail, which you can't actually make from stone. You have to get leather for that. But if you make a gold cast, you only need the 1 leather. Oh, actually, I thought the smaller shield was, something else. Never mind. Highly doubt I can use it because it requires you to... Yeah, you can upgrade your tools to diamond with just a diamond. Of course, you can also just make a diamond tool instead. Though I think you need some... Yeah, you need some... You need, like, something hotter than lava in order to actually melt diamond. Which is weird because they burn in lava just fine. And there's an ingot that we haven't seen in the book yet. It's a later material. The heck was that? There it is again. What the heck? It's not you. Oh, is it the... It's the tree people falling. Of course it is. Or maybe they found this. Yep. Also, this isn't really lit up, is it? Oh. That will be needed if I ever want to do magic. So that's good. Right. Anyways, where's the rest of my... Let's see. Where would be the entrance to this if you weren't just flying in? I guess here. Yeah. For God's sake. Really? I guess I shouldn't be out at night, but... Will you shut up now? Maybe the name of the fire dragon country could just be... And there it is. It's not much now. It'll get better. Minutes at it. Really? 2 of those, huh? They don't drop it that often. Right. So I might as well at least do something. If that's the entrance, then this can be flattened out. But I should probably do so in the daytime because these guys love attacking. In the daytime, I'm definitely getting rid of that grave soil. The ectoplasm is not worth it. Neither would be the phantasmal ingots if I ever get one. I'm pretty sure they're coming from the grave soil, yeah. Actually, you know what? I was gonna say, oh, why don't you just do time set day? Well, because I don't want to cheat that much. But there is something I can do. Actually, is there more than I have? Yeah, there is. Okay, perfect. And look at this. What is this? It's a dragon bed. And no, that isn't a setup for a funny joke. That's just what it is. And now, I officially have a respawn point. Let's go. Like I said earlier, I am... I want... no, I'm getting a shovel for this. Oh. Alright, well that just... I was going to reveal that later, but that did just show you dragons also have that little extra tool inventory. So that way you don't have to worry about switching your tools all the time. That being said, certain modded enchantments do not apply to the dragon's tool inventory, and it doesn't come back when you destroy your gravestone. Pretty sure that's what spawns them. Well, I'll just have to see later. I have to make darn sure I get rid of all of them. Yeah, as long as you have a tool in that actually suits what you're doing, it'll use up that durability and act as if you were using that tool. Very handy. But it does come with its own set of minor problems, I guess. Like I said, the inventory isn't recognized by certain modded enchantments. It also isn't recognized by the gravestone mod, so it won't... It'll pop back, but it'll pop back as if it's part of your regular inventory, which is to say it'll be dropped on the ground. Especially if your inventory was full, if you... if it was full when you died. Which, yes, can get annoying. Oh, right, I need... Yeah. I'll come back to that sheep. I just need shears first. So let's see, if I recall, I needed 9 of those, 9 of the grout just for the first block. I need the melter, because it's one of the fuel gauges plus 5 more. The fuel gauges are 4 each. That's actually not bad. That's not bad. Oh, by the way, another thing. I think there's a lot of weapons that aren't actually... Oh, this one worked. The sledgehammer didn't work when I tried to put it in there. Yeah, now my basic hit will act as if I'm using the weapon, but it won't do the weird growing animation thing. Which is a weird issue because it puts your camera up where it shouldn't be or down where it shouldn't be, depending on your size. Because the animation just snaps to you being a normal player. Because the Better Combat mod doesn't really want to interact with a lot of other mods. Right, I needed glass. But there is something I can do here, and that's you. So you can sort of at least see some of the playstyle differences that this particular species gives. You know, not a lot of worrying about items or tools or whatever. A lot more worrying about food, whether or not you have it. And of course, once I'm a bit more confident in my ability to build something, I'll actually just sort of build, I guess, 2 places, because I need one that'll... Yeah, so for every charred food, I'm gonna give a new item to person B. For every cooked food that can't cook further, that'll be person A. So, I may... No, if I build it off camera, you won't trust me to, you know, actually build it without, like, cheats or whatever. Especially because I did say that, yeah, I'm using cheats on this server. I'm using cheats on this, in this gameplay. In this playthrough, there we go. And I think I could have... But yeah, and for each of these I am going to attempt to, I'm going to attempt to cook it further. At bare minimum, it could maybe work. I remember it did work with something, at least surprisingly. Could just do the building even just next episode. I do have quite a few of the cooked food so far. Wait, what? Didn't I have to show you? Where's the other? Ran away from me. But yeah, I think next episode will mostly be a building episode. For better or worse. You may be asking why I'm making beds. 1, old habit. 2, I don't know, it just makes it seem like more of a normal place if I put beds in places. Oh, and 3, you can't get the thing that starts the whole thing with primal magic until you sleep in an actual bed. Which is weird, because I did sleep, just not in a quote-unquote real bed. Let's see, what could I... Oh, yeah. You know what? Before this episode ends, I'm going to try to get some more grout. Because it worked so well last time. There's the sand. There's the gravel. And clay. That should probably at least get me the melter. But I'm gonna need a lot more. You might think, what for? And to that I say, well, the forge is made of this stuff. 3x3, and that's just the base. That's just the floor of it. 3x3, that's minimum. Oh shoot. I also need regular sand. Oh, not at night, I don't. Hang on. Let's see. I need 5 sand for the fuel gauge and another 5, right? Yep, so I need 10 sand for just that. Yeah, it's also kind of funny as well. The lore of the states. Oh, the cave dragons are the most herbivorous. No. Just about the only thing vegetable-based that they can even eat. I mean, I guess mushrooms, sure. But potatoes and mushrooms, and then literally every kind of meat. Just kind of funny. But I do believe that we are just about at the time to cut it off. I'll see you in the next episode. See ya.